This is a case in the Supreme Court of Jamaica in which Moureen Don Sergio Sinclair has filed for divorce from Wesfore Leo Sinclair, and the matter falls mainly under the Property Rights of Spouses Act. Here we start out. Gordon Steer, instructed by Chambers, Bonnie and Steer for the claimant, that is those that Gordon Steer is Mrs. Sinclair's attorney, and Alicia Lindsay and Josemar Belnavis, instructed by Lindsay Law Chambers for the defendant. The defendant is Mr. Wesfore Sinclair. This was heard on February 8th, March 12th, and June 4th, 2021. Division of matrimonial property, family home, whether the equal share rule should be varied, mortgage registered against the title of the family home, whether the mortgage was a joint venture or personal debt, other property, no financial contribution by a wife, whether non-financial contributions established, and spousal maintenance, parties separated, decree nisi was granted. So the decree nisi, that would be the document stating that the divorce has started and is taking place, but is not final. The final document would be the decree absolute. But we continue. The wife has not worked during the marriage, but was fully supported by the husband, whether requirements of capacity, necessity, or reasonableness of needs are satisfied. So there is also the Maintenance Act as well. So two main acts that this case falls under: the Property Rights of Spouses Act and the Maintenance Act. Now this is a very long document, alright, but we'll concentrate mainly on the case brought forward and the ruling, and we'll pay less attention to the technical legal analysis of this case. Introduction. The parties to this claim: Mrs. Moureen Sergio Sinclair, the claimant, she is the one filing, and Mr. Wesfore Sinclair, the defendant. They got married on the 22nd of December 1995. So that's 95, 2005, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 26 years of marriage breaking down. Right. The marriage produced 4 children who are now ages 20, 21, and twins 23. In this action, Mrs. Sinclair is seeking the court's determination of questions under these sections of the Property Rights of Spouses Act 2004, herein refers to as the PROSA, concerning the ownership of properties between the claimant and the defendant. That's between Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair, husband and wife getting divorced. She's also asking the court to make an order for spousal maintenance. We're going to see later the amount that she's requesting and the amount that the court actually gave. All right. Now, let's look at part 2. The claimant in particular seeks the following orders: that 1, that she is the sole proprietor of 49 Sunset Avenue, Cherry Gardens. We know in Jamaica that Cherry Gardens is a very affluent neighborhood. 2, that she is entitled to 80% of the defendant's shares in Radiology West Limited and Pines Imaging Center Limited. 3, that she is entitled to 50% of the defendant's share in, all right, let's see, Island Radiology Incorporated, Graysville's Pharmacy Limited, Traffic Mode Limited, Cyborn Company Limited. As you can see, Mr. Sinclair has a lot of shares in many different companies. YMEC Health Care Services, Seron Pharmaceuticals Limited, trading as York Pharmacy 2012, Choice Trucking Company Limited, Alpha Imaging Limited, the Palmyra Jewel Grand Hotel St. James, and you have unit number, a 2012 BMW, 2016 Mercedes-Benz, a 2013 Toyota Prado, and a 2016 Grand Vitara. And what is she asking for? Spousal maintenance now. Mrs. Sinclair is asking, well, she says that she is entitled to spousal maintenance in the sum of $835,000 per month. We're going to see a breakdown later on of that $835,000 per month. That will be interesting, but let's see. Let's continue. The husband, the defendant husband, Mr. Sinclair, is challenging his wife's claims. He is resisting her claim to 100% interest in 49 Sunset Avenue Cherry Gardens, referred to as the Cherry Gardens property, and is asserting an interest in that property. It is also his claim that, with the exception of Pines Imaging Center Limited, in which the claimant, in which Mrs. Sinclair has some shareholding interest, she is not entitled to any interest in any of the other companies in which he has any interest. Additionally, he is resisting her claim to the motor vehicles, with the exception of the Toyota Prado, in which he is claiming no interest. So he's saying she can't take the Prado. He's not interested in it. As it relates to her spousal maintenance claim, Mr. Sinclair is not challenging his wife's request for maintenance, but asserts that he is not able to provide the sum that she is seeking. However, he is prepared to offer a specified sum that is way below that sought by her. So she's asking too much. The sum offered in his affidavit, which were admitted as his evidence in chief, was subsequently adjusted upwards on cross-examination. The sum will be highlighted in a later segment. We will look at the issues in our next video.